Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for the love of glitter. Today I am reviewing the infamous Tartelette 2 in Bloom palette, and this has been out for maybe a year or so now. It's been out for a while, I'm not really sure, but I have never owned any Tarte products at all. I've always wanted this palette because everyone raved about it. They also have their first one that they came out with is just complete mattes, and that to me, I love shimmers so much that I don't think I can do an all matte palette just because to me I feel like as long as there's a few mattes that I can use every day, I'm fine. I just love shimmers too much to give them up. So when they came out with this palette, it really excited me because there's only 3 shimmers, but that's enough to me. At least there's some in there. So here's what it looks like. So let's talk about the packaging. First of all, I think it's gorgeous. I think it's really pretty. However, I think it feels really cheap. Where the mirror is, I hate. It's really flimsy and it feels like the mirror could just like pop out. It's really cheap. I think it looks pretty, but it feels just really cheap. It kind of is really a great everyday palette because if you want to go cool toned, you've got it. You want to go warm toned, you got it. Rosy, you got it. So this is amazing for everyday neutrals. I think that's something that the Urban Decay Naked palettes don't really offer because they have a separate palette for each. This one offers everything in one palette. It comes with 12 eyeshadows, 3 are shimmers, the rest are mattes. These mattes are the creamiest, most pigmented, buttery matte eyeshadows I have ever used in my entire life. When I first swatched them, I was so impressed. It's crazy. Now, with that said, you do want to use a really light hand when you use these. You only need to dip it in. I'd start small and then, build up as needed. But honestly, I don't find myself really dipping back in there very much because they're so pigmented. I'm going to show you a few of my favorite mattes. I love this color Rebel. It is this medium warm toned red color, and I'll show you picture swatches that I took of this palette, but this is just one swipe. I mean, I'm still in shock with how good this is. Then there's later, there's still some left over on my finger even. Then this one's later, it's an even darker warm toned brown. Look at that. That's crazy. Another one of my favorites, which is my favorite for like a blending shade, is called Smarty Pants. So this is like a light tan color. So it's lighter, so it's a little bit harder to see, but it's just amazing for the crease. I absolutely love it. And those are the main ones that I've been using, but I really do love them all. I'll swatch a few more for you just because. Here's one called Activist. It's one of the dark browns. Super pigmented, of course. I mean, that's one swipe. That is ridiculous. That is so good. It's ridiculous. This, I would say the quality of these beats Urban Decay Naked palettes, and I can't believe I'm saying that because those are even more expensive. The next one, I would say, well, let's just swatch Sweetheart. This is kind of like another kind of blending crease shade, but more mauve toned, like a dusty rose. So I am really impressed and happy with these shades. Now, the shimmer shades, there's only 3, so I'll just swatch all 3. There's Funny Girl, which is like a light champagne, Firecracker, and Rocker, which is kind of a taupe color. So you get good colors here too. I think some people might miss having like a gold shade. I feel like gold shades are really popular in palettes. I myself don't really use them, but I feel like they have to be popular if they always put them in there. But here you don't really get a gold shade. You get like a taupe, a bronze, and then you get kind of a white color. And these are all very pigmented and creamy as well. totally get the hype. It is really great. I haven't been this excited about a palette in a really long time. This one is just, I can't say enough good things about it. It deserves all the rave. It's amazing. But honestly, if you are debating between like this and a chocolate bar palette from Too Faced, I would get this. I mean, there's not as many colors as the Too Faced ones, but the quality I feel like beats Too Faced on a whole nother level. I think that this is worth the $45. Like I said, to me the packaging is like but if I think about it, my Urban Decay Naked 3 palette has eyeshadows that fall out. I mean, I could always glue them back in, but it's really obnoxious because if I just opened it up, one could fall out and break, and that's really annoying. And I don't think that the mirror being flimsy is as annoying as eyeshadows falling out of the pan, especially in a really expensive palette. If you're gonna be selling a really expensive palette, it better have good quality and good packaging. That's all I'm saying. So the packaging is kind of like with me. It looks really pretty, but again, the mirror just, I don't know. That's like the first thing I noticed. I was like, this seems really cheap. Yeah, it's like a really cheap mirror. Like I could push this back and the mirror would just pop out. Of course I'm not going to do that, but it just makes me wonder, like, if I drop this, is it going to shatter? That's also something to think about. So be very, very careful. Alright, you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.